Welcome. It is Wednesday Football Roundtable on From the Couch Sports Talk Radio. I am your host, Sean, and I am joined by your other host, David. How you doing tonight, David?
I'm doing good. I want to keep my head right here so my O.J. Simpson keeps coming right through that little thing, because I know you love that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank God my name's not Nicole.
What's happening, Sean?
Nothing much. So tonight we're going to cover a couple things. Just talk quickly about the news of what happened in the past week. And then we're going to go on to the win-loss records for the NFC East and predicting what they will be. And after the season, we see how close we were or not. So as for news for the week, my two things are two Jets, surprisingly. Wilson and Sauce got their huge extensions. David, what is your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's good. I think it shows the Jets are committed to continuity. They're taking care of their young guys, and they're, the one thing I like about it is they're kind of, I don't want to say they're ahead of the curve, but they're signing those guys to what I would consider to be friendly deals. Because as you know, every year those contracts go up in value, so they're getting a little bit ahead of it, which is good. I mean, it shows that the front office is kind of starting to recognize what they need to do to build consistency within the organization. And so I don't mind that. I think it's good. I think it's good for the Jets. I like the fact that, again, you got a guy in Garrett Wilson who last year was basically saying that if the team signed Aaron Rodgers, that he was going to request the trade. So I don't know what that says about Aaron Rodgers and the disconnect between him and Garrett Wilson. So I think it's good. And Sauce Gardner's a premier cornerback. You can't have too many of those. So I think it's great. I think it's great for the Jets. So we'll see what happens. But so far, so good.
Yeah. My first reaction was, wow, this is really, really soon, because they're only in their third year. Mm-hmm. The one thing that kind of led me to be like, okay, this is okay. A, what you said, but B, these positions sometimes they get, they're very susceptible to age.
Sure.
And by locking these guys in, so you're going to have them, for their first 7 years, and after that, you can decide if you need to move on or whatever. Also, that I think the Jets are all in on Aaron Glenn.
Sure. Oh yeah. So, no, absolutely.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think a stable front office is key. I think anytime you get an organization that will recognize what their team is, what their needs are going to be, and have a focus on the direction of the organization and where they want to take it. Having a guy like Aaron Glenn is huge. He comes from an organization in Detroit that was committed to a direction with Dan Campbell and what they wanted. And so when you can get that front office part taken care of, it does wonders for your team. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what the only thing that I would like to find out, and I didn't read, I mean, I read, I knew the extensions, but what I didn't read or I didn't see which would be interesting to me, is if those extensions that they signed were beyond their rookie deal. So, meaning, do they get them for their 4 years? Plus, if Garrett Wilson signed a 4-year contract, will that contract start after his 4th rookie year? And the same with Sauce. Will that start after, so they get him for the 4, and then the extension goes into effect beyond that, so they get him for 8 years and not 7? Because, and the reason I ask that is because when Josh Allen signed his extension, the first one that he got, that contract didn't toll until he was done with his rookie contract. So the extension started after his 4 years. So they didn't have to worry about franchise tag. They didn't have to worry about any of that other stuff. He played his 5 years out, then his extension went into effect. So I'm just curious to find out about the contract details. If it's basically this year, Garrett Wilson plays on the last year of his rookie deal, they give him a little more money with the signing bonus from his contract, but the years in the contract don't start until after. The same with Sauce. So I just like to know that. That'd be kind of interesting.
Actually, Sauce, this now locks him into the New York Jets through the year 2030. So yes, it does.
Yeah. So that's a great deal because it'll take him. Yeah.
And they're going to get him cheaper because if they had to, in 2026, pay him. Yep. So that's just, I can't believe the Jets actually made a smart move.
Yep. No, I think it's great. I think it's great. What's up, Jeffrey?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Man, I'm in Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Nice. So, hey Jeff, we're talking about Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson's contract extensions. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, you like the Sauce Gardner. I mean, look, they're I mean, Gardner's. I don't, and this is not Sean or the Jets. They're just not good right now. But like for the last few years, right? They've been on the cusp of, good defense, right pieces. I don't think they're any better off with Justin Fields, but that's because I'm a Justin Fields prove me guy, and everybody keeps saying he's amazing, and I just haven't seen it. But look, Garrett Wilson, 3 years in the league, 3,000-yard seasons, three years of which quarterback play, and I know that Aaron Rodgers was there last year. The year before, it wasn't him. They haven't had a lot of talent yet. He's been able to produce, right? So he's a very talented receiver. I think he's one of the, I wouldn't say top 5 in the NFL, but he's a top receiver in the NFL based on numbers, right? And I like him. So I think that, give him his, that's something they don't got to worry about. I think it's a great deal, and I think Sauce Gardner is a good cornerback. So I think that you knocked out 2 long-term deals for 2 guys that are good players, right? I think what isn't that what we all want? I mean, we want our guys that we think are cornerstones of our teams, and I don't know, like I don't think there's any teams in 2025 that build teams around wide receivers and cornerbacks specifically. But I also know that you just don't let those type of guys just walk away when they're in their prime, their youth, and they're good, right? They've actually proven themselves in a very short period of time that they're of value. So hopefully the Jets can build, with that and be competitive because, well, we'll see, right? I mean, who's the Jets coach right now?
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, and that could be problematic, but we don't know. We'll see, right?
No, I actually was going to say, Jeff, I think it's the reverse. I think what happened is you got a front office, you got Aaron Glenn, who came from a stable organization in Detroit and recognized and understands what you have to do to stay competitive. And you lock up a wide receiver, you get them for good value. You lock up a cornerback because the cornerback market, again, it keeps exploding. And the same with wide receivers. So I think the fact is you finally got an organization that will at least recognize pinpoint what they need to do to get their finances in order, to get some cost certainty in order in those positions. And I think it's a credit to the Jets and their front office that they're actually being proactive. They're signing their guys before their contracts expire, before they're held hostage, before they have to shell out premium dollars to keep these guys. So I think it's actually a smart move.
Hey, real quick, I'm not saying I don't think it's a bad move. I didn't see who asked the question. I just saw it. What did Sauce do? He only had one good year. I would tell you, I would say this, right? I think Sauce has had an excellent young career. If you go back, like I'm a Bills fan, but I'm a Jets. Like I like football, so I can watch teams and say, they're gonna be all right. Ask David. I said 4 years ago, 5 years ago, man, the Jets got a stout ass defense. If they could only get a coach in here, right? And then they got Salah, and I was like, he's gonna be a good coach. But then they had offensive woes, and then of course Salah. They're one game out of first. They get fired. The defense crumbles after that last year. The offense sputters, and they finish 5-12. And to me, that was as messy of a season. Not even on the field, off the field. It was very Cleveland Browns esque last year, which is crazy. But the reality of it all is Darrelle Revis, and I mean, so Deion Sanders is my favorite corner of all time. Darrelle Revis is an awesome lockdown corner. Rod Woodson's an amazing. I mean, there's some really amazing cornerbacks throughout the history of football. But even when I say really amazing, there's still only really like 10 lockdown cornerbacks, despite what the rest of their team does. I think we all have the understanding that a good pass rush assists a bad secondary, right? I think Sauce Gardner is a good cornerback. I didn't say I think he's the best in the league. We know Patrick Surtain holds that title ish. There's a couple others that are in there, but I think Sauce Gardner is a good cornerback. And I think if the Jets fix their line and get some more pressure, I mean, remember the years when Mosley was doing his thing and he was getting older and he's gone now. But the Jets had a really good defense, and now it's question. We're in question, right? Are they? Is Aaron Glenn the answer? He may be. I don't know, but we'll see, right? He's got a coach before we can say yes or no. But I think Sauce Gardner's, again, I think he's a good corner. I didn't say he's great. I didn't say he's an all-time phenomenal player, but in a young time for his career, he's done very, very well. He doesn't get beat astronomically, so there's no statistic that we're going to find, PFF or otherwise, that's going to say this dude is bottom 4 in the NFL. He's still a competitive and comparable corner to almost any corner outside of those elite guys that are, the Surtans. And I mean, hell, what's old boy Diggs, man? Like, everybody was giving Diggs like all these praises because he had like 47 interceptions, but they weren't taking into consideration that he gave up 47 touchdowns, right? He gave up a lot he didn't give up 47 touchdowns, but he gave up a lot of yards, because he gambles, right? He's a gambling quarterback. I think Sauce will be okay. And that's just my opinion. I think that he'll be all right. I don't think it's a
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, look, what happened with the Jets last year? You were 100%. I can't think of a better analogy than to say that it was very Cleveland Brown esque.
Yeah.
That locker room was in disarray. Everyone was in disarray. They didn't play with any heart. I mean, when you go into Arizona, a game you should win, and you get embarrassed like that, and Sauce got embarrassed
Mhm.
during that game. Hopefully now with Glenn coming in and instilling some heart, I'm hoping they're gonna play tougher. But
Yeah.
that last year was just a complete clusterfuck.
It was.
From the beginning of the season to the last game, it was just
Well, what? They were 3-4 when they fired Salah, and a lot of that came down to some things he might have said. No one really
they were
knows.
1-4. They were 1-4 when they fired Salah. They only beat Tennessee.
No, they were a game out of. They were playing Buffalo. They were a game out of first place. They would have tied.
If they would have won the game, they would have been tied for first. They were 3-4 when Salah got fired. I think
Yeah.
They were one game out of first, and it was crazy to me because they fired him and then they didn't do shit for the rest of the year. But anyway, neither here nor there. You're not wrong, Sean. I mean, it is what it is. And no, by the way, let's be really honest. I can list you my top 10 cornerbacks, and I don't know if that's top 10 ever, right? I don't know what the list is, but I would say I would say that Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson, Darrell Revis, and some other folks that are on that list got their asses handed to them in a game or two in their career. Like they didn't bat 100, like, or 1,000, excuse me. They weren't perfect. They gave up games. They gave up touchdowns. They gave up points. It happens. So I think the tale of the tape is like what you've seen in past, where you see a guy who's been labeled a shutdown corner and he gets toasted, and then he continues to get toasted. I get that. That happens because they got overconfident and then they got exploited, right? But I don't think Sauce is that guy. I mean, I think he got beat up. I think the team got beat up. I think they looked like shit 12 times. Even in their 5 wins, they weren't spectacular wins, right? So there was just a bad season. I think they got some good talent there.
And Jeff, to your point, and then we'll move on to the next topic. But to your point, I think what happened is when you talk about Revis, you talk about Sanders, you talk about those guys, they had a reputation. And so a lot of times you had quarterbacks in the NFL who were afraid to challenge them. So you didn't have, and then when the teams that actually had the quarterback play, the wide receivers, it was like, okay, I'm going to take my best against your best. We'll see who wins. If you beat me, then I'm going to look somewhere else. But if I can exploit that, I'm going to keep going. And so, again, there were certain teams, quarterback knew their limitations, teams knew their limitations. They shied away from going one-on-one, head-to-head, because they didn't have the personnel to match up against the Deion Sanders, against the Darrell Revis.
Yeah.
And other teams, they said, if you're going to beat me, I'm going to go down fighting. And if that means I got to throw it against Darrell Revis, if I got to throw it against Deion Sanders, it's my 11 versus your 11, and let's go and let's see who's better. And so, I don't think there's the quote unquote shutdown cornerback anymore, because the way the offenses have evolved in the NFL over the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, I think more quarterbacks are willing to go head to head with who you think is the best. And you either beat me or I beat you. And that's just how we're going to play it.
Well, I also think that there's a scheme for that, Dave, and I don't think, and it's interesting because when you look at some of the defensive schemes, they don't have that guy that could be that. Like, you don't have a Sauce Gardner or Pat Surtain on the Ravens or Steelers, right, or one of these elite defenses, so to speak. And I only threw the Steelers in there to give Eric a little bit of clout for his PFF preseason rankings of his defense. But anyway, I mean, I say that when you have, if you have a team. Like, and I don't know who it is off the top of my head. I don't have PFF or even any stats in front of me. But if I have a team that leads the league in a pass rush, and I take a Patrick Surtain and put him on a corner, or if I put Sauce Gardner, or if I put insert said guy that we would consider to be an elite corner on that team, it could be telling, and it could be changing as to say we don't have a shutdown corner. We might if we have I think Surtain is good, right? I think Surtain's a great corner. Denver's pass rush has drastically improved over the last 2 years. You could see how great he was last year, right? Didn't he win the Defensive Player of the Year last year?
Yep.
And you saw the difference in the defensive scheme. Yeah, from last year to the year before. So obviously there's some goodness. So we'll see. But anyway, I got it. Moving on to the next thing. But hey, good signing, and for both. I think it's good.
All right. So first of all, welcome to Jerry. I don't think we've seen you in here, and welcome. If you are a Packer fan, 2 weeks from tonight, we will send you the link if you want. And when we go through the preseason predictions, we would love to have you do your Packers thing, as we're going to have Hot Pockets Michael Paoli come on tonight and do his Eagles. So,
hey, I can't stay long, just so you know. I popped in but my phone's going to die. I just really wanted to pop in because you guys do a lot of good stuff to make sure you're here every week and do the things. And I feel as though I should only do my due diligence to be here to support, because you guys are awesome. So I'm here for it.
I got you.
All right. And we're going to be doing a debate show on Saturdays to kind of take that out of here. We don't know the start date yet, but we're in the midst of going through things. So we're going to try to keep the Wednesday night show to an hour, going over what happened last week, what's going to happen this week. And then we're going to have our debate shows, and we're going to start giving you guys a lot more content, and we would love for you to please be a part of it. Anything else
Yes.
really noteworthy
Sure.
besides?
Well, let's see. Training camp started. The Chargers reported yesterday. The Bills reported today. Rookies. I think veterans come in over the weekend. We got, I think, 30 of the 32 second-round picks still holding out. They want guaranteed money in their contract. So, you got
Hey,
Jaden.
real
Yo.
quick, Dave. Question, and I do have to run because my phone really is going to die. But I wanted to ask this question because I saw something, a glimpse of it. The dude who got picked by the Bengals, I heard he put in for a waiver and he's going to return to Texas A&M to confirmed, or is that the idea, or what's the deal with that?
From what I understand with Shamar Stewart, he's been working out with Texas A&M. They got to find out, but there is a very real possibility that he will explore going back to college and playing next year.
Ain't that a shame, dude? That's so
Yeah.
fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. And so we'll see what happens. I mean, it hasn't been done before. There might be certain rules against it, but
well, I read that there is a waiver, and they can't. And no one's ever submitted the waiver, but there is an actual process, which isn't a new process. It's just an unused process.
And I think you're going to see more of this, especially with the nil money. So these guys have that option that if they're not happy with their contract and with their language, if they're allowed, they can go back into college. They can make nil money. So you're not going to be poor. You're not going to go back to college empty-handed. And, I think the Bengals, being the Bengals, overplayed their hand. And I think the only thing with that would be that the Bengals would still hold the rights to Shamar Stewart for next year.
He can re-enter the draft so that's the waiver part, Dave. Once he gets the waiver, because he's not obligated to the Bengals right now because he hasn't signed. He was just drafted. But once the waiver is approved, he no longer has any ties to the NFL, and he can re-enter the draft next year free and clear. So he's a first-round pick, and that contract was not based on guaranteed dollars. That contract's based on injury clause. I think what's crazy is that we have all these holdouts, second-round picks, 30 of them, for guaranteed money, and I think that the NFL needs to set a precedent and say, sorry, no guaranteed money, because.
The problem, Jeff. Yeah, but the problem, Jeff, is again, the Texans signed Jaden Higgins and gave him a guaranteed
100% guaranteed, fully guaranteed, right?
Yep, fully guaranteed. And the Cleveland Browns did it with their Schwarberger or whatever the linebacker.
Yeah.
They gave him a fully guaranteed contract as a second rounder. So now these guys behind them want their guaranteed contract. And so again, you have a precedent, but the NFL and these organizations that are dumb have Cleveland again has set a precedent. So it's going to be interesting. And, again, to Cincinnati, I'll say this. They have always been frugal with their draft picks. They love the fact that there's an allotment, but now they're trying to change certain language that, based on injury or whatever, that their guarantees are not protected throughout. And so that's the that's the holdup with Shamar Stewart. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be interesting.
What's going on, Nick?
Well, Mr. Gilbert jumps in. Hey, Mr. Gilbert, what's happening, my friend?
Holy shit. Nick Gilbert. I haven't seen Nick Gilbert in forever. Nice to see you, Nick.
He comes and goes. He jumps in and out.
No, listen. Hold on, Dave. Hold on. You're
he
right.
Heard Cleveland. He heard Cleveland, and he jumped in.
Listen, you see him because you're here every week. I come by sporadically, make cameos, and bounce, so I don't get to see Nick. So it's good to see Nick. Good to see you, buddy. That's awesome.
Oh, he had a baby.
Good. Hey. Oh, he did? Good. Congratulations.
Congratulations. How's your recovery?
I had a baby. Holy shit, Nick.
Congratulations, my friend.
That's phenomenal. Outstanding.
But No, but
glad
like
to
I
see
said,
that.
so yeah, definitely the second round picks is big to watch to find out. So we'll see what goes on there. Jahadi Barron, the second of the 2 first round picks that we're holding out, signed today with the Texans. So Jahadi Barron is now under contract. So Shamar Stewart is the only first round pick left to be unsigned. The 30 of the 32 second round picks. So a lot of questions going into training camp. I think a lot of those deals will probably get done. I'm assuming in the next 3 or 4 days, you're going to see a lot of second round pick movement. I think you're going to see a lot of franchises and their players and agents come together and try to get these contracts done to avoid any lengthy delays. So we'll see what
That'd be
happens.
good. All right. Hey, just want to announce for all of you folks that are watching. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but there's some names I saw some popping up. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have debates, like routine debates that come up. They're not gonna be live. We're gonna do it internally. Then we're gonna throw them out to you guys, right? To you guys can decide who won the debate, who didn't. Hey, if you got any topics, right? Throw the topics out there. And here's the deal: the debate's going to be one of us versus one of us. It's not. It's never going to be like the group. So it's going to be a very quick thing. It's going to be a 5 to 10, and we have internalized some
Probably
debate
15
topics.
minutes. Probably 15-minute
But
debate.
what would only
7
make
minutes.
it better, who's on here? Let's say it's Nick Gilbert, and he says, I want to hear David and Jeff debate, and David gets this, and Jeff gets assign us the stuff. We're gonna assign internally to us our debate stuff, but I want y'all to be involved. So if you want to be like, I don't know, let's just say some stupid ass debate, like I don't know, Jerome Bettis versus Barry Sanders, and you want to say, hey, David, you get Jerome Bettis and Jeff gets Barry Sanders just to hear the argument. That's fine. Like that's going to be a debate, by the way, and it's an assigned debate internal to us, which is crazy. But anyway, but if you want to see some whack ass stuff and just have fun with it, let's do it. You guys be involved. Throw out some debate stuff, and we'll make it happen. All right. What's the
He said Dave's first debate is going to be Josh Allen. Pioli said that. I mean, what's there to debate? He's the best quarterback in football. So, my debate is 30 seconds. Prove me wrong.
Hey, listen, no matter what David's debate is, it's Josh Allen. You could say, David, we want you to talk about cornerbacks versus receivers. And at some point it's going to be like, well, here's the deal. The cornerback is this and the receiver does this, but Josh Allen overtakes the game because Josh Allen is, I know that's how it goes.
Hey, Mr.
Anyway,
Paoli, I'll tell you what, I'll invite you on and I'll debate you, Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts.
Damn.
Oh, that's not even a debate. Actually, it's funny.
We dropping right now.
That's a wasted debate.
Gloves are, well, I know that, but hey,
I had to. Hey, I know shit had that conversation an hour ago with someone over here, and I just thought it was funny that it was even brought up. He was like, "But do you want a Super Bowl?" And I said, "Yeah, you did. You're right." So I said, but again, it goes back to what is. If you're going to debate anything, what's the criteria, right? So if I'm a staunch believer that Super Bowls are the metric, then of course that's an easy answer. Jalen Hurts has 1, Ben to 2, Josh Allen has 0, so that's 1. But if that's a metric that people actually go by for a quarterback stat, it's fucking stupid, and I can't deal with it because there's a whole fucking team and a coach.
Well, sure, because if you do that in the last 5 years, you only have 3 quarterbacks that you can say are great and everybody else is awful. Yeah, so that's all you can't even have that.
No, it's funny. But anyway, hey, listen, I know Sean wants to get back to the thing. I got to get back before my cut. Hey, good to see all of y'all. Hey, people that are watching, throw some debate topics and let's go. Because I'll tell you right now, the best thing ever is me versus Dave, and I don't give a fuck the topic because I'm kicking his ass, no holds barred, and I'm going to call him names. That's it. You win. I win because it doesn't even matter what the topic is. I'm calling them names. No, I'm kidding. Hey, you guys have an awesome night. Right. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, Jeff.
Have a good night,
guys. Yep. Be good.
All right. Okay, and the last thing we'll bring up before we do the NFC, Sean, I just want to mention
Yeah.
Quidashon Junkins, another Brown being a Brown. Hey, you're still on, Jeff, so you can.
Yeah, I know, because David, I'm trying to be. Listen, Paoli said he doesn't even think Allen beat Hurts yet. In the game that we played against you, in the bullshit fucking horse collar tackle that Allen got a goddamn personal foul for, like it was the craziest shit in the world, or whatever. Yeah, that was the most ridiculous game I've seen. If Philly won, bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I will admit that it was bullshit. So anyway, but I'm leaving.
Right.
I really couldn't find the off button. Oh, baby.
All right.
Bullshit.
But yeah, the last thing I want to just discuss real quick: Quidashon Junkins arrested for domestic violence and battery. Unfortunately, public figure, you're under the spotlight. You haven't signed a contract yet. So again, it's going to be interesting to see number one, what Cleveland does, and number two, what the NFL does. I mean, do the Cleveland Browns move forward and sign him to a contract so he can get suspended, come back? Does Cleveland wash their hands of him? That's going to be something to watch, depending on the severity. I mean, I know it was a misdemeanor, but again, depending on what the NFL decides to do, depending on what Cleveland decides to do. I think Cleveland, having so many black eyes over the last 4 years with Deshaun Watson and everything else that their franchise has gone through, just in general, is he a problem worth having when you already have other issues on your team that you're dealing with? Just even the Shedeur Sanders debacle, to everything else that's been going on in Cleveland for the majority of their football franchise existence. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, what they do.
Okay, and David, I just want to clarify, when you're talking about Cleveland, did you say black eyes or black guys?
I didn't say black nothing.
No, he said Cleveland has a lot of black eyes.
Black eyes, EYES.
Okay.
Black eyes as an organization.
Just checking, because we're not that kind of podcast.
We are not. I said black eyes as an organization. Eyeballs. Okay.
All right. So, Paoli, we're going to give you a 5-minute warning because we're going to do Dallas and the Giants, and then we're moving on to Philadelphia. So, when we get halfway through the Giants, okay, who's worse in that aspect, Browns or Raiders? Browns.
Definitely,
hands down. Probably the worst run organization in all of sports.
Yep. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
The Raiders have been great, but
I mean, Raiders have had a lot of front office issues and a lot of ownership issues with Al Davis. But from the standpoint of the last 6 years in Cleveland, since Jim Haslam has bought that team, that team has been so dysfunctional and has had so many issues, whether it's players, whether it's trying to build a new stadium, trying to move it from Cleveland to the other place outside of Cleveland. That franchise can't get out of its own way. It's definitely just going to be extremely difficult for Cleveland. They can't win no matter what they do.
All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to start with the Dallas Cowboys because this just go alphabetically. Okay, Paoli, I just sent you the link, but we're still quite a ways away from getting to Philly. If you want to come in and, or if anyone else wants to come in and do a team, if you think, the win-loss record, but we're going to start with Dallas Cowboys right here. Okay,
absolutely.
So David, week 1, the first game of the season on Peacock, Thursday, September 4th. At Philadelphia. Dallas, win or lose?
Oh, Philadelphia will win that game.
Okay. I also have Dallas losing that game. Because this is one of my teams.
Yep, you pick them, Sean. We got to do them all.
The second game, they have the New York Giants at home.
Dallas will win that game.
I agree. Dallas wins that game. Then they go to Chicago in the afternoon.
Chicago loses. Dallas will win that game also.
I also have Dallas winning that game. Then they have Green Bay at home on Sunday Night Football.
Sorry, but Dallas goes to 2-2. Green Bay will beat them in Dallas.
I agree. Then they go to the New York Jets.
In New York. That's going to be an interesting game. That's going to be a tough game. You know what? I don't know what I said for the Jets in our AFC East predictions.
In the AFC East, you had the Jets beating Dallas.
Yeah. I am going to take the New York Jets.
I agree with you. I think that's going to be one of the few games that the Jets win this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then they go to Carolina. I'm sorry. Yes, they go to Carolina.
I'm going to take Dallas in that game.
I agree. They win. Then they have Washington at home.
Oh man. That game could be tricky for Washington. And
afternoon game.
I say that because, I mean, I know it's early. The Terry McLaurin situation, I don't know what's going to come of that, if anything, if Terry McLaurin holds out, plays. You know, I am a believer in quarterbacks in their second year. Teams get taped, and they play them at home or they play them in Washington?
The Cowboys are at home in that game.
I'm going to take Dallas in a bit of an upset.
I'm going with Dallas at home in that one, unless they pick wrong and then the sun's shining in their eyes for the second half. Then they go and they are at Denver.
Can you guys hear me? I'm in here.
Yep, I hear you.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to mute my mic.
I am going to take the Denver Broncos in that one.
I'm going to also pick the Denver Broncos in that one. And then they have Arizona at home on Monday Night Football.
I don't think Arizona is quite ready for prime time, so I'm going to take Dallas.
I also select Dallas in that game. Then they have a bye, and coming off the bye, they go and they are playing at the Raiders on Monday Night Football again.
Wow. I'm going to take the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders in that game.
Jesus Christ, man. I think maybe one will get. I agree with you. I think Pete Carroll's going to have the Raiders ready. Then they have Philadelphia at home Sunday afternoon on Fox.
I'm going to take Philadelphia in that game.
I agree. Then they have Kansas City at home on Thanksgiving.
I'm really curious to find out what Kansas City's offense is going to look like. I'm going to take Dallas in an upset. I don't know what to expect with Kansas City. I'm hopeful Kansas City has a better offense this year. If they don't, this is definitely a game that Kansas City can lose. Okay. So I'll take Dallas at home.
Okay. I am picking Kansas City. So that's the first one out of all these we've disagreed on. Then the following Thursday night, so they have a week off. On Thursday Night Football, they are at Detroit.
I think Detroit wins that game.
I agree. Then they have Minnesota at home on Sunday Night Football.
Wow. So they play 4 primetime games in a row? Yeah. They play Monday, Thursday, Sunday?
No, they have Monday, and then an afternoon game on Sunday. Then they got Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Then Prime Video, and then Sunday Night Football.
oh wow. And they're playing Minnesota?
Yes, at home.
You know what? I'm taking Dallas because I don't know what JJ McCarthy is looking like, but I might change that pick before that game. But right now, not knowing JJ McCarthy, I'll take Dallas.
Yeah, well, you can't change these. When you pick week by week, you can change it.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think with the way Minnesota's set up right now, I think Dallas wins that game. Then they have the Chargers at home.
I'm going the Chargers.
I got Dallas winning that. Then they go to, Washington.
I'm going to take Washington.
On Christmas.
I'm taking Washington because they're playing in Washington.
I agree. And then their flex game, last game of the season, they are at the New York Giants.
I'll take Dallas in that game.
I will also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. You got to go at 8 and 9, and I got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. I got to go to 8 and 9. God damn. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go with the Giants. Paoli almost time for you to come on, but here we go. New York Giants. They go to first week at Washington.
Loss.
Same. Oh, I don't need to do this one. I just do the teams I like. At Dallas.
Loss.
Kansas City at home.
Kansas City at home. Loss.
Chargers at home.
Loss.
At New Orleans Saints.
Win.
Philadelphia at home on Thursday Night Football.
Loss.
At Denver.
Loss.
At Philly.
Loss.
San Francisco at home.
Loss.
At Chicago.
Win.
Green Bay at home.
Loss.
At Detroit.
Loss.
At New England.
Win.
Okay, that's on Monday Night Football.
I'll say win.
Washington at home.
Loss.
Minnesota at home.
Loss.
At Vegas.
Loss.
And then they have Dallas at home, and you have that as a loss. 1,
3 and 14.
2, 3. Oh my God. I think actually that's very, very close to what they should be. I think Dable is gone, and Arch Manning goes to.
No, I think Jackson Dart's their quarterback. I think he's starting by week four. I think the Russell Wilson.
I don't think it's going to change anything.
Oh, I don't think so, but I think the Russell Wilson experiment will end in week 4, and Jackson Dart will be their quarterback.
All right. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna hit the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. We're gonna bring in Mike Paoli, Mr. Oh, can I not undo him? Can't undo.
Nah, I'm here. Does my mic sound good?
Okay,
Yep, you're good. You're good, boss.
I'm just gonna go on record. First off, we're running it back.
Okay.
All right, but real quick, Mike, I'll be back in 45 seconds. David, start shit with Mike.
I will. I can do that. So, Mike, you want to debate me, Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts?
Nah, obviously Allen's better. Allen's a beast.
Well,
But
again,
I mean, give Hurts a couple more years. He might be up there.
well, no, I like I said, I'm not discrediting Jalen Hurts like a lot of people do, because I honestly,
Not having him in the top 5 is ridiculous.
right. Well, I think the problem is, and this is, I think stats have things to do with it, but more importantly, depending on the quarterback, and when you put a quarterback in the top, I think the biggest thing about any of that comes down to this: what are you asking your quarterback to do? And so,
Win, and that's what he
but
does.
sure, but again, there are like I could go through. Josh Allen makes his team win. Lamar Jackson, again, one of those guys that is counted on for his team to win. Joe Burrow, another quarterback that's counted on his team to win. Patrick Mahomes, last year was the first year that I really believe that they didn't necessarily need to count on Patrick Mahomes to win every game that they won. The defense
Yeah, they just got a lot of luck.
And they had a lot of luck, absolutely. God. I mean, they were a team that went, 15-2 or whatever, and they could have been 10-7.
Yeah, they should have lost so many of them games. That was so crazy.
Right. And so again, when you look at the top 5 quarterbacks, depending on the criteria that these people rate quarterbacks, and that's why I don't care too much about rating quarterbacks, because it's going to be dependent on how you see that, how Eric would see that, how Sean would see that, or how myself would see that. And so at the end of the day, it's an opinion based on whatever criteria you want to use to create your top 10 list of quarterbacks or whatever. So, if y'all go by the same criteria and you come up with a consensus, that's fine. But if you got one guy's opinion, I take those lists with a grain of salt. I kind of I kind of look at everything totally, and not just based on stats alone. There's a lot more to it. But go ahead, Sean. I'll let you. Right. Now that you're back.
So we're gonna get moving on here. I just want to welcome back, and I had to mute him because he's in his car. But hey, Thumbelina, welcome back. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I came in at the right time. Did y'all rate the top 5 quarterbacks? And is that what we just did?
No, we were discussing that. We're picking the games, but Sean had to go, so me and Mike here were talking about just how you rate quarterbacks and what the criteria is, and so on and so forth. So
winning. There's no other criteria, right, Dave? It's all about winning. It doesn't matter how it gets done.
So then Allen's number 2. He's won the second most games in the NFL since he's been a rookie. So okay, but I have no problem. Nope, you're good.
Here we
That's
go.
it. Game over. You're right. Game over, Eric.
Okay. This is not. This is a Saturday conversation.
Oh, we're having it.
Okay. Paoli, we are going, and you are going to go first in all these. Okay. Are you ready for Philadelphia's 25-26 schedule?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Week 1 at Dallas. Oh no, I'm sorry. They have Dallas at home on Peacock.
That's a win. We're gonna win that. If that's a home game, definitely. I'm gonna split that one though. I'll go with them beating us at their house.
Okay, so Dallas is at Philly. You're gonna say a win.
David
already predicted that they would win. Eric.
So I'm sorry. Philadelphia's at where?
Dallas is at
home against Dallas.
So I'm gonna take Dallas week 1.
What? Ooh. Okay, so then they go to Kansas City. Paoli.
Oh, man, that's a tough one, dude. That's week 2?
Yep, 4:15 on Fox. Week 2.
Oh, man, dude. Oh, man. I'm going to go win 2 because Mahomes struggled, bro. Our D-line was – I'm not even going to say that word – was destroying them.
All right, David.
That's Kansas City's revenge game, but they come up short because I don't think they have the horses to pull that off. So I'm taking Philly.
Eric.
KC.
Okay, then week 3, they have the Rams at home.
Oh, man.
You know what? That's going to be the first loss for me because I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't like the feeling of that game, to be honest.
Okay. I think the Rams are going to be a force to be reckoned with this year.
Yeah, me too.
All right, David.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. I got the Rams winning that game. Man, that's going to be tough.
Eric.
I've got Philly.
Okay.
Then they go to Tampa Bay at 1:00 Eastern.
Man, see, some reason, freaking Baker, man, he always gives us a run for our money, dude. So that might be another loss, to be honest.
That's what you're
What was
picking
that
low.
what was that last playoff game? Like 40 to like 20?
Yeah, something like that. My only thing is you got Philadelphia going into this is the end of fucking September in Tampa Bay. It's hot as fuck.
That's what I'm
And it's 4
saying.
o'clock in the afternoon.
I mean,
So-
not only do you do that, not only do you have them going into Tampa Bay, you have them coming off their first 4 games or 3 games of the season.
Mhm.
Man, or 4 game, that is a tough stretch to start the year. I mean, and coming out,
Just wait till we get to the end of the season.
yeah, you know what? I'm going to take Tampa. I think they're going to be gassed just having to play who they have to play the first 4 weeks of the season.
Eric.
You know, we had a scrimmage yesterday, and when I got off the bus, 98 degrees. Okay. That was terrible outside.
You know?
So I can imagine how hard that would be to play NFL football. I'm going to go, the Eagles start off 1-3, and I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
Wow.
Damn. Okay, then they have Denver at home.
Oh, man.
That's a win. We're going to win that one.
Man,
David?
I mean, damn, that is tough. What a 5-game stretch right at the beginning of the year.
No, trust me, it gets worse.
No,
You
I,
know,
you know
they're going
what?
to give us the hardest schedule. We just
I'm
won the
sorry.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I believe in Denver. Wow. But I think Philly overcomes them. I think Saquon gives them enough time. I'm going to take Philly in that one. They got to right the ship, and I think they do. But that's going to be a tough stretch.
All right, Eric.
I'm going to take Philly because they have to win that game at 1-3, so they win that one.
All right.
Then on Thursday Night Football, they are at the New York Giants. Does anyone pick?
Oh,
pick
no.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think you
Saquon's
may
going to bully them again.
I think you may see Jameis Winston at that point.
No, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart will be the quarterback. I don't think they go to Jameis.
You don't think Jameis gets well?
Nope. I think they go right to Jackson Dart. You drafted him. He's your future. Put him in. But yeah, they finally get a bye after the first 6 weeks of the season.
Wait, I thought they had what's his face though.
They have Jameis and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
So the 0-4 Giants, that experiment will be over. And they're gonna because Brian Daboll will get fired and they're gonna go to their future. So
They got Eric's favorite quarterback.
I don't know if the line is good enough to handle Russell Wilson's style of extending the play. So I think he's going to get either hurt or he's going to get beat up. And if he thinks his line was bad last year, his line's even worse. But let's keep it moving, Sean. Next game here.
Russell Wilson's 137 years old.
Yeah.
All right. So then they are at Minnesota.
Oh man. I think we'll win that one too, honestly. I'm not really like Dave was saying earlier, I'm not really too sure what JJ's gonna do.
Yeah, that's my issue with Minnesota in general is what is JJ McCarthy going to be? And so for that reason, among others, but for that main reason, I'm taking Philly.
Eric?
Okay, so it is downpouring, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me.
I hear you.
Good. Okay, good. I've got Minnesota winning that game because it's at Minnesota, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I got Minnesota winning that. So we've got the 2-5 Eagles here, right? How many games have we gotten so far?
Yep.
You got 3.
3. Okay. So all right. So yeah, I got Minnesota.
Okay, so you got them 3 and 4. Okay, then
3 and 4.
they have the Giants at home.
Win.
Does anybody?
Yeah. No. Giants lose.
Yeah, I'm taking Eagles against the Giants again. I'm not scared of the Giants, dude.
All right. And then they come off their bye week. And now we're into mid-November, November 10th. Monday Night Football at Green Bay Packers.
Oh man. See, both games we played them in regular season and the playoffs are kind of tough. I think they get us this time. I know my brother's listening.
That's going to be tough. That is a tough game. Again, you know, my feeling is as Saquon goes, so goes Philly. It's not a Jalen Hurts type of thing. To me, it's all about Saquon and running, and you know how that run defense holds up. I'm going to take Philly over Green Bay because I think Saquon can get yards on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay.
All righty. So then on Sunday Night Football on November 16th, Detroit Lions go into Philadelphia.
Man, oh dude, we got such a tough schedule.
It
Ah,
gets a little easier.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take Eagles by a squeaker though, like 3 points.
I'm gonna take Detroit because they're gonna go for every 4th down. They're gonna, you know, but more importantly, I just think offensively, I think they're gonna be very hard to contain. They have so many different weapons to use. So I'm taking Detroit.
Eric.
I'm gonna take Detroit on a. Hold on. I'm gonna take Detroit on a 4th and 12 call while they're up 14 points. And Sean's gonna get ready to get really upset because he's gonna be like, why are they up 14 points, going for it on 4th and 12? And he's gonna be successful. And Sean's gonna be disappointed he doesn't get to get on his rant on the show. But I'm gonna go. They convert that, and I'm gonna go Detroit because they convert a 4th and 12. Philly bounce a comeback, but loses by that 7 points that they get on that 4th and 12.
If that fucking happens, dude.
Dude, right? Thinking the same thing, dude. If that happens, dude, I'm freaking messaging you on Facebook.
Absolutely.
You know, 'cause it is. And I got to hand it to Nick here. Nick is the first ever emoji on our program.
Thank you. We get
That's the
ducks.
That's the first emoji we've ever had on this program.
I don't know if he's quacking at me because I'm quacking like a duck, but hey, I'll take it. And I do want to commend Mr. Paoli here because last year he had Philly 17-0. So I want to say, Mike,
No, I didn't.
yeah, you did.
I did not.
You had him win every game.
Sean, no, I did not. Bring it up. Bring it up, Sean. Bring it up. No, that's a lie.
Okay, 16-1.
No, I had them winning. I had them losing at least like 4 or 5 games.
Hey, listen, Pioli. I had the Jets at like 15-2.
Oh, I know.
I crashed and burned.
Yeah, he crashed by week 3.
But hey, it's okay, Pioli, because Aaron Rodgers is going to have that year.
Oh my God.
Okay, next. All right, so we're going to move on here. So then the next week, they are at Dallas.
Ooh.
All right, that's a L right there.
That's a win.
As
Win
long
for
as-
Philly.
As long as Dak don't get hurt, you never know with Dak though.
True.
So
That's the whole thing. We're doing these projections like everyone's going to be healthy the whole year.
So
I think I had Dallas winning the first one. Philly wins in Dallas.
Nick's my new favorite. My new favorite guy. There you go, Nick. You tell him. You let that bearded man know exactly what the hell's up.
Oh, boo, Nick.
All right. So then on Black Friday,
They have the Chicago Bears at home.
I have to win.
Win.
So I think it would be hilarious because those people, Black Friday's already a zoo. Can you imagine in Philadelphia if Chicago comes in and beats them on Black freaking Friday? God, that would be awesome. Dude, that place would be awesome to be at.
I would not want to be a Chicago fan in Philly that day.
Oh my God, that would be fun. But Philly wins, but that would be really fun if Chicago won.
All right. Then they are at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Whoa.
I have to win.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't just chalk that right up. That's going to be a tough game. And they're playing in Los Angeles.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it. Yeah. Man, that Chicago game might be huge because they might be overlooking Chicago, getting ready for the Chargers. Man, you know what? I'm gonna give that game to the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is gonna play smash mouth football against Philly, and Najee Harris is gonna get 20 yards rushing, and that's gonna be the difference.
All right.
That's the game we're going to hear the new chant the most. Ayo.
I'll take Philly on that one. But next one, Sean.
Okay, so then we got they have the Raiders at home on December 14th.
I thought you said this gets harder.
Who's even quarterback at the Raiders this year?
Gino's the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, they do get Gino.
Ooh,
I have to win.
Eagles win that game.
Eric?
I believe in Geno Smith. I'm going to take the Raiders in an upset.
All righty. Then they are at Washington.
At Washington, they'll win. I'm going to split that one, too. They'll win at home.
So you're saying that the Eagles will lose that game?
Huh?
You saying Eagles will lose that game?
Yeah.
All right, David?
What did I have them? Did I have Washington winning that game?
You haven't done Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Dallas. So, yeah, I'm going to take Washington in that game at home.
Eric?
They're at Washington?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take Washington.
At Buffalo.
Oh, man, this schedule is.
Man, it's
At
not
Buffalo.
I hate this schedule, bro. Can we get a redo? I don't like this. You know what? Eagle.
Coming off of Washington, I'm taking Buffalo, man. All
Bro.
day. Bro. Come at me, bro.
So
I think Dave picked the Eagles too.
No, I took Buffalo. I took Buffalo.
I think Allen in that game, if he's playing.
Actually, David, no. You said they would lose.
Did I? Well, change my pick from that week because I'm taking Buffalo over Philly.
Okay, so you're gonna amend.
He does jinx it now. He does jinx it.
Yeah,
Hey.
so now you're 14-3.
Yep.
Yeah, with Buffalo ain't going 14-3. So here's the deal.
Okay. Eric?
I don't know if I think Allen's style of play worries me, as I've said before, and I think if he is playing, I think he goes 17-41 for 3 picks in this game. I think Philadelphia wins this game pretty handily here.
Oh my God, dude, you're hysterical.
Now,
You are
week
hysterical.
17, Philadelphia Eagles are at home against the Washington Commanders.
Win.
Philly wins.
Eric, you said what?
17.
Win. Yep.
Has Josh Allen thrown more than 40 passes in a game, maybe once or twice in his career?
I think so.
I don't think he has. I think he's thrown more than 40 passes in a game.
And that
Maybe-
Cincinnati game in the
Maybe
playoff,
twice. Maybe twice
and
in
that's
his career.
in the playoff game against Cincinnati,
Yeah,
I think he threw
twice.
3 picks.
Yeah,
He threw
twice.
40 some passes. That
They
game.
ain't going to have to throw 40 times in that game.
Well,
You're
if they
nuts.
have James Cook, they won't. I mean, they will, but I mean, it depends on Cook's situation.
He's playing. He ain't gonna not want to get paid. He's
Sean,
playing.
next game. Sean, next game.
So that is it. David, you have the Philadelphia Eagles at 11-6. Paoli, you got them at 12-5, and Eric has them at 9-8.
Yep, I think 9-8's right.
Okay. So here we go. Last one. The Washington Commanders at the Giants. No, I'm sorry. Giants at home.
Win.
David?
I said win.
Okay.
Washington's winning.
All right. At Green Bay on Thursday Night Football.
Loss.
I'm gonna say win.
Eric?
Loss.
Paoli? You said loss, right?
Wait, who is it?
Commanders at Green Bay.
Oh man, I'm gonna take Green Bay.
Okay. Then they have the Raiders at home.
At home,
Yep.
win.
Win.
Then they go to Atlanta.
Loss.
Loss.
I'm gonna take a win there. Actually, I don't think Atlanta could beat the Commanders.
Okay, then they go to LA Chargers.
Loss.
Yeah, I'm gonna say loss.
Yeah, I agree. Loss, definitely.
Okay, then they have Chicago at home.
Win.
Win.
Win for sure.
Chicago
And
fails.
they go to Dallas.
Loss.
That's loss.
I had them as a loss the first game,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
Okay, so everyone's at a loss on that one. At Kansas City.
Loss.
I say win.
I also say win. Yeah.
You know what's funny, Sean, real quick, and we won't get sidetracked too bad. But Dave is trying to get Kansas City enough losses so they don't make the playoffs.
Nope. Not at all. I just don't know because let me just preface this. I don't know what the offense is going to look like in Kansas City. I don't know. Watching them last year, you can only be lucky for so long. And if luck doesn't go their way, like last year, they're 10-7 or 9-8 as opposed to 15-2. And so they better show Kansas City's offense better show a lot more because that division got a lot tougher and they need to show offensively that they can put points on the board. They didn't score over 30 points until the AFC Championship game all year. And it's not that I want Kansas City to go 6-11 or whatever, but their offense needs to show that they're ready for prime time. So that's all I'm saying. That's how I look at it. And
Okay,
again,
Sean, we can go to the next one.
Yep.
So this is what we're gonna
You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna quick get through the rest of the Washington. We're gonna wrap up the show, but I'm gonna make a promise to everyone and all our fans. I'm going to do the AFC West last. And I'm going to take all David's tabulations of every other division with the Kansas City games, and we're going to see what if Eric is right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so then they on Sunday Night Football they have Seattle at home.
Win.
I'll say that's a win.
I get a win.
All right, and then they have Detroit at home.
Loss.
Win.
All right, then they are across the pond somewhere against Miami.
Win.
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 Okay, then they have Denver at home on November 30th. Sunday Night Football.
Loss.
Loss. That's
Commanders versus them.
Loss.
Yeah, coming back from overseas, I'll say loss.
Okay, but they have a bye week in between.
Oh, okay. But still, I like Denver. So that's a loss.
Eric?
Loss.
Then they go to Minnesota.
Man, it's
Oh man.
JJ
Loss.
McCarthy. Let me think for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Eric?
No, I'm just looking.
He's thinking of a way to screw Kansas City.
No,
Well, he's thinking-
how am I trying
I'm
to
just
screw
saying.
Washington? I'm trying
No,
to
you-
figure.
No, you're trying to screw Kansas City over there because you're thinking in
No.
your head, how am I going to do this?
Why? It's Washington at Minnesota. How does this screw Kansas City?
Because that's your ultimate goal over there.
No, it's not. I could
Anyways.
care less. I don't.
Oh, you care. Anyway,
No, I
so
don't.
before
But
we get
anyway,
off track,
you know
I
what?
got
I'm
a
gonna,
loss.
you know what? Coming off that stretch of schedule, I think they win. After the Denver game, I think they beat Minnesota.
Okay, then they're at the Giants.
Win.
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 Then they have Philadelphia at home, and let's just go. You all picked them to lose that game. So I
Okay.
mean, you picked. I'm sorry, you picked Philly to lose that game. So that's a win across the board.
Yep.
And then Dallas, David. You had a loss. So Dallas. Sorry. Yeah, you picked Dallas to lose. So you got Washington winning.
hmm
Paoli. Dallas at Commanders.
Win.
Win. Win.
And then last but not least, at Philly. And we got this easy. You all said Philly was going to win that. So they're going to lose the last game of the season.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. David has them 11 and 6. 6, 8, 9, 10. Paoli has them 10 and 7. And Eric? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 9.
Yep.
Okay.
So Eric, do you have Dallas winning the division?
Sean will send me Dallas' schedule and I'll pick him.
Well, you
I
got
mean-
two. You got Philly and Washington finishing 8 and 9.
You know, so here's the deal.
9 and 8 and 8 and 9.
Here's
Oh,
the
okay.
division. So here's the deal, and I'll be honest with you. When you have a really tough schedule and you already have a division where 3 teams are pretty good, and I don't think Dallas is as bad as you think they are. When you have really good division opponents and you have a tough schedule, that's a recipe for maybe a 9 and 8 or a 10 and 7 to win a division.
Well, just remember one very important thing.
Yep.
Look at Dak Prescott's record when he throws the ball 30 times or more.
I don't give a crap. I care about their schedule and I care about how hard the division is. And so at the end of the day,
If
maybe
Dallas
Dallas is 8 and 9 and maybe 9 and 8.
If you don't have balance, you don't have winning. Period.
Okay.
You need
Hey,
balance.
Hey, Sean, do you remember real quick, and then we'll end it here. Remember when I said the 49ers are going to be not very good last year? Same situation.
Okay.
They weren't going to be good.
I said the 49ers would not be good last year. Sean could go and
Sure.
check.
And I can tell you why. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. There you go. It wasn't that tough.
It was
You lose your top and Brock Purdy. So you lose your 4 offensive weapons. You're not going to be good.
Moving on.
You didn't know that was going to happen. You just said they weren't going to be good, but there were reasons why. I mean, we told you Russell Wilson wasn't going to be that good, and we were right.
Hey, he did.
All right.
Go ahead.
I know.
Okay, we're going to wind it up here. I want to
Yes,
thank
we are.
Paoli for coming on, and we would love
Thanks,
any
Paoli.
of you to please come on and do your team, or if you want to go with the division, come on and do the division win-loss records. For
Did-
way too early, but
Did you answer, Nick?
I'm going to answer Nick right now. So next week we're going to do the AFC North, then we're going to do the NFC North, then we're going to do the AFC South, NFC South, then NFC West, and then AFC West last. So
Yep.
we're going to kind of alphabetical, but division. So that's going to be a couple weeks coming up there.
Yeah.
Please come on and pick your division.
The
Yeah.
master
I was,
plan. The
I was going
master.
to say,
Go ahead.
no need to thank me. Thank you guys for making my Wednesdays awesome.
Hey,
We
thank
appreciate
you,
your
Mike.
patronage, man.
Hey, so the master plan for the Master Vader up there in the top right-hand corner. Hey, and so the master plan for the Master Vader. Make sure you tune in. So you
Kansas
see that
City, 3 and
Kansas City
14.
goes 3-14, just like Dave hopes. That way, he has a shot in the playoffs because he won't
Oh
have
my
to worry
God.
about Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
I worried more. I'll worry more about the Cincinnati Bengals than Kansas City in the playoffs.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, just always remember that the servant waits while the masturbates. And upon that, we will.
I heard that a million times.
Oh man.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. All right.
Eric, me and you are going to go record a debate right now, mother.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week from the couch.